All right, we're back at the tank. It's so freaking exciting. Now, it's been 5 weeks since we set this tank up, Damien. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
All right, well, what did we have to wait for before we could have added fish?
We were waiting for the cycling process to finish. And we just got out of the tail end of that cycling process. We just got out of nitrates and nitrites. And so now we're in a pretty good darn place with it.
Right, so we've added fish. We started with our starter fish, and then we added 6 butterfly fish the last week, and they look great. I don't know their official names. What are they?
Well, I mean, you've got Heniocus.
I love those things.
Heniocus are super cool, and then you got long-nosed butterflies.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've got, these were already in here, but we've got our firefish gobies. We've got 2 very small Percula clowns.
Yeah, those are cool. All the people in the office love those. They're always checking them out, talking to them. You know, it's amazing how intimate you can get with fish. I have people in our office here talking to the fish constantly, asking me questions about especially the little Nemos.
Absolutely.
Those are really cool. Those are really cool.
Yeah.
So what's our next step?
Our next step is just to, we're gonna get to the point here where we're gonna start kicking on UV clarification and protein skimming since it's cycled, and that's gonna help us really keep the environment scrubbed and clean, and keep parasites off the fish as we add new ones.
Right, and you know me, I love adding fish.
Yes, he does.
Yes, and it's hard for me to stay calm on that kind of stuff because it's so cool to add beautiful creatures. You know, to me, a fish tank is just living art. It's beautiful, it's very intimate because you're picking out the fish, you're looking at the fish, you're feeding the fish, you're watching them grow. And so what we're gonna add to the fish tank next are angels. And the cool part about angels is they really go from a basic look and metamorphosize, is that a word?
All right, we'll use it.
All right, they change and they grow and they look completely different from a baby to a juvenile to an adult.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pick some really cool fish that should be beautiful as they grow older.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna go to the fish store next week and get those fish.
Yeah, awesome.
It's really exciting stuff. And so at this point, you're gonna make sure that you're checking the UV to kill bugs.
Yeah.
We have a skimmer to pull out all the bad junk out of the tank, and we're gonna do a once-a-week water change.
That's right. Yeah.
What percentage of the water are we changing each week?
It depends on how many fish ultimately and what it tests at. And if we get higher nitrates, then we may do a little more of a water change. The more fish go in here, the bigger the water changes will be.
Got it.
Yeah.
And as our fish grow, we'll probably have to do bigger water changes.
Yeah. The more you feed, the more waste they give out, the more water.
So let's talk about feeding. I try to only feed the fish one type of food. So we've been doing Maya shrimp for now. I don't put a lot of flakes in there. I don't put a lot of hard dry fish food. Should we be using flakes and dry fish food for this tank?
I like more frozen foods. You can use those a little. It's good to have variety and change it up a little bit. I would say if, mostly you've been getting mysis, especially when angels come into play, we're going to want to make sure they get more seaweeds. Okay. So there's some foods like megamarine green and things like that that have shrimp and pelleted seaweeds. And there's also just the sheets of seaweed that we can feed. So we're going to want to give more of a variety, especially with the angels and the butterflies and the types of fish you're going with.
Great to know. We'll pick some of that at the fish store. We'll get that started. All right. Well, the tank is looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Everybody who comes to the office checks it out. I'm super excited to keep this thing going and to add some really cool fish. I guess eels are out at this point, huh?
Well, with you, it's hard to say.
Yeah, well, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Well, let's not get our fish eaten, huh?
Nope.
All right. All right. Super excited. You've done a great job. You and your partner have done a wonderful job. Tell us about the name of your company.
It's called Creative Aquatics. And I've got a business partner. His name's Shane. He's off the set right now, just standing to the side.
Yeah, he's a tall guy.
Yeah,
you don't mess with Shane.
He's a big dude. We're all scared of him.
Well, he's handsome, so that's all right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. But anyway, we do pond and any kind of aquarium maintenance and builds, and so.
Yeah, well, we've worked together for how many years now?
I couldn't put an exact number. I want to say at least 13.
Yeah, yeah, and so I have what now 3 tanks. I have 2 very beautiful reef tanks, which we'll show on a different show, and we have the new tank that we're setting up that's strictly fish only at this point. I've seen some really cool anemones that might go in here, but we'll keep it calm for now.
We've been there before.
That's right, we've been there before. So very exciting stuff, and as we add fish, we'll film some more and share it with the audience so they know what we're doing, and try to educate people as much as possible about how to build a really cool, safe tank. And it's such a joy, and it's very addicting, and it's hard to not just throw a bunch of stuff in there at the same time. And you know, your job is to keep me under control.
Slow and low, maybe.
All right, thanks.